Hey guys, Jeff the Nature Guy, and it's baby season here at the zoo, and we've got some new lambs here. Look at these guys, they are just adorable. And I know what you're probably thinking, hey, wait a minute, they're not lambs, they're not white. Well, they are kind of dark. In fact, they've got these black faces and black feet. That's kind of cool, and it's somewhat normal for these sheep to have different colored babies. Of course, when you think of sheep, you think of that white wool and that white color, but certainly not uncommon for a mother and a father to have these black babies. So it's kind of a cool thing to see up close and personal, and they're beautiful. And it depends on the person that uses the wool to make clothes. Some designers and some fashion folks like the darker wool. Some will dye it, some will have tan wool. It all depends. So they come in different shapes and sizes, just like people do, which is kind of cool. But obviously, I've talked about lambs before, but a couple cool things about them. And this guy is trouble, I'll tell you. I gotta watch that microphone cord there. But a couple things about them is they are ruminants. So you remember what I've talked about that before? It means they have 4 stomachs. So what that means is these guys will eat, and then they'll digest it, and then they'll throw it back up, they'll re-chew it, and they'll swallow it. It's called chewing their cud. Kind of a gross thing, but it is something that these sheep will often do. But these guys are a lot of fun to watch here at the zoo, and they're chewing the photographer right now because they are just trouble. They're babies, they like to get into things, they're curious, and that's a baby for you. But a couple fun things to watch as these guys grow up here at the zoo is you're going to notice them headbutting a lot. That's a normal thing. They like to get used to doing that. They headbutt, just kind of a natural defense that they do, but they also do it for play. And what's cool is that these sheep, we think they were actually descendants of an animal found over in Europe and Asia a long time ago called the mouflon sheep, and they've just been adapted kind of like dogs. They've changed over the years, and now they're somewhat of a domesticated animal, and of course used mainly for their wool. And as I've said before, you don't have to kill the animal to use the wool. You just shave it off, and then they can make it into yarn. And it's pretty fun to watch what they're doing behind the camera back here. They're causing some problems. But we're excited to have them here at the zoo, and they're out and about. They're moving around. You can even have an opportunity to feed them here at the zoo. And if you're lucky and you get here at the right time, you might even actually see them being bottle fed because they're still on the bottle. So a lot of fun to watch. And remember, they're not unique just because they're black. A lot of people think they are, but they're not. It is somewhat common for a black sheep to be born in this herd of all these white sheep out there. So pretty cool to see up close and personal. So until next time, guys, I am Jeff the Nature Guy with our cute little lambs, and we'll see you real soon here at the zoo.